All right, so our final topic here today is going to be our quick thoughts and review here and discussion of Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 3. And in this one, so this is spoilers, obviously, so we're going to speed through a little bit because this one's been going a little bit long. It's getting a little bit late. And the thing is, too, and I was saying this off camera a little bit ago, like if you go back and watch, or if you've been watching since we've done like the WandaVision reviews and all that sort of stuff, like WandaVision were like 25 minutes long, we'll say. And we would have a spoiler discussion that would last an hour or more, about a 25-minute episode. But with Falcon and Winter Soldier, the show is just much more straight to the point. There's not really any sort of like hypothesis that need to be formed. Like there's not like weird theories that are being made. Like the show is just not really formatted in that way. So like these, I don't feel like it's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's just like an interesting thing. Is like we'll get like this was the longest episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier yet. But it all just kind of like it plays out. You get to see it all there, and you get the answers you need. You're not actually sitting there like wondering what happens next, and like you're not being kept on your toes and all that stuff. And I like that. I think that was something that we talked about before when WandaVision ended, before Falcon Winter Soldier was kicking up. I think John said, like sometimes you just like to be able to sit back and just watch the show. Like you don't want to have to formulate 50 million theories and like spend more time thinking about what's going to happen than you even do watching the show. And I feel like that's what we did with WandaVision a lot of time. But either way, guys, this episode we got Zemo out. That was good. I think everything they did with Zemo was great. Like I really liked Zemo. Character. I think he was really cool in it, especially since he was kind of like flat in Civil War. Like in all honesty, like he was just kind of just like the bad guy. Like that's all he was. But now we're actually being able to see him. Like he's like funny. Like he's like he's like a funny dude. Like he never
got some money too.
He's like
with money.
He's a baron, Rick.
I know, but it's funny with money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was like a good line though. He's like, "Oh, so you've been rich the whole time?" He's like, "I'm a baron, Sam." Like,
yeah, right.
Like the fuck you think? Of course. Like, but it's like in Civil War, you would have never known these were the same characters. In Civil War, he was just a very cold, calculated, just like bad guy. He was very mustache twirly in a way in Civil War, in all honesty. But in this, he's freaking dancing at the nightclub, and he's kind of a badass too. Like he puts the mask on, which you could say, John, it was just a little bit of fan service. Just put the mask on you. But he puts the mask on, kicks some people's asses. I know I'm jumping around a lot here, but that whole time that scene was happening, when they're in there with the scientist guy, dude who made the super soldier serum, the girl's out there. She literally says like, "We got company" or whatever. She's just up there by herself the whole time. Like no one went up there. So they literally have like a fucking like 10-minute scene where like she's just whooping up on like 50 dudes, it seems like. And I'm like sitting here just like, they really need all three of them down there talking to the scientist guy when she's already said that, they have company. And
are you talking about when Agent Carter's like
yeah,
keeping the bad guys from getting to the container ship?
Yeah, because she's like, "We got company." And then Agent Carter's out there like for a long time dealing with a lot of people. Like, and she's doing great. Like, it was a badass scene. Like, she's whooping ass. Like, you never got to see her like really do much of that at all. Like, you just had the one little scene when Winter Soldier broke out in Civil War where she tried to get a little fisticuffs with him. Well, I mean, it was a Winter Soldier, so it didn't really end well. But like in this, like she literally says, like, "We got company," and then no one comes up. Like, and she's just whooping ass up there. Doesn't complain about it, like, or anything. They didn't make it like a joke. There's like, "Oh, I could really use some help." Like, no. Like, I just thought it was just like, why do all three of you need to be down there talking to this guy? Like, why don't you go help? I just thought it was kind of like, it was fine. I just thought it was like kind of stupid. Like, why even have her even radio in if no one's gonna come help? Like, like, but I know I love that stuff. They really cut right to the point with breaking him out of prison.
Yeah.
Which
was such a great scene.
It was good.
I mean, like, you think he's coming back there to ask Sam to help him break him out. It's already done.
It's already done.
Yeah.
It was good. Well, it's because, too, they couldn't play it out because, like, the whole episode could have been them, like, the breakout, right?
Yeah. Sure.
But in the end, they couldn't have done that because Sam would never go with it. So it had to play out that way. Like, he would have never gone with it. He wouldn't been like, Bucky, I'm not helping you do this. Like, we're not doing that. Like,
Right,
it's
right.
literally anything but that is what's gonna happen because I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
so
a
it
big
was
deal.
like, yeah, it was really good to just have him. It's already happened. Like, he's just there. So that was good. So all the like Madrid stuff was like, it was Madrid, right? The nightclub scene,
Madripoor.
Madripoor.
Yeah.
They made that out to be like a really like weird place.
Yeah, it was
man.
like cyberpunk.
It really was like,
That's like exactly
Yeah.
what it was like.
yeah.
Yeah, Rick sent that to us, and as I was watching, I was like, "It is. That's awesome. Like, I love this aesthetic that they got going on here."
Yeah,
It was
like
cool.
gritty underworld nightclubs and
Yeah, it's like literally what it was like too, though. It was cool. Like, and then like when they go into like the bar thing and he's smiling tiger or whatever. Like,
what the hell was that? What was that stuff? What did he just
the
whips
snake's
out?
blood shot.
Oh, it was
yeah.
the snake's blood. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
That
what did he
fucked
put
up.
in it?
Or
Like,
it was the venom, one of the two. I don't know because it cut the stomach, so I just thought it was the snake's blood, but maybe it
it's
was
his
supposed to
bile
be
or
the
his
venom.
venom or
Like, I don't know. I don't know why you would
It's
do
something.
the stomach for. Yeah, it was something from the innards of the snake. Like,
gross.
It was a little gross. But the thing too, why did he have his phone on? He wouldn't have had his phone on this. I feel like that was
Just put it on vibrate. He's got to answer.
It was on vibrate.
Well, yeah, it was on like put it on silent, no
on silent.
vibration.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean
saying.
that whole scene could have been
Yeah, you just
crisis averted. Like,
you never see the Avengers have a phone on them.
yeah, right.
Until this. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, it just happens to go off now. And then at the end, like, he gets through the whole call, and for one, his sister can't pick up on the fact that he's trying to be like, every time he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill that banker, and she's like yelling at the kid. Like, doesn't hear any of the shit. Like, just like, maybe I should hang up. Like, which is funny. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. It's just like, oh, come on. It's just one of those things. You just like go with it. Like, it is what it is. Like, I love the show though. Like, honestly, I don't. It's such a, like I said off the top, it's such a different show than WandaVision. I know everyone wants to like be like, well, is it better than this? It's like, it's completely fucking different. I can't. You know what I mean? It's complete.
Apples to oranges.
Yeah, it hasn't. Even though they're in the same universe, they have absolutely nothing to do with the other. It is like so different on every level.
Right.
Like,
It really is. It's a totally different kind of show.
yeah. I don't know if I like it more or not, honestly.
I
Hard to say.
find that I'm watching this show differently than I watch WandaVision. WandaVision, I was watching and I was like actively trying to piece together what was going on, but I was also always kind of under this haze of kind of emotional. This emotional cloud was always over me about like Wanda and Vision and how tragic their story is and how this all was not going to have a happy ending.
Yeah.
With Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's almost like the emotional scenes are getting to me even more so because I'm not expecting them. Like last week's scene with Bucky and Sam when they're talking and Bucky breaks down and says, look, if Steve was wrong about you, if you give up the shield and you're not Captain America and he was wrong about thinking that you were the guy to be that, then he might be wrong about me and I might not be redeemed. Like that scene really got me last week because I wasn't prepared for it. It was such a good scene and I wasn't prepared for it. And the same thing happened this week. But with an implication that the first time it happened twice. The first time it happened was when we actually finally get what's happened to Agent Carter because we haven't seen Agent Carter since Civil War. And it was kind of forgot. She was kind of forgot about by the audience. I mean, she was forgot about by me, just as she was forgotten about by the characters. Like she was left out in the lurch. Out in the lurch. Is that the right phrase?
Yeah.
Because she helped Sam and Cap get their gear and get out of prison and be able to go hunt down Zemo and find out what was going on and try and clear their names. And she had to go underground and she was forgotten about just as kind of the audience forgot about her. And so that was a really kind of, powerful scene there, seeing what her life had become and how much she had given up to do the right thing in that scene. And then the very last scene of the show, I was shocked and I was super surprised. Like I'm embarrassed to say I didn't pick up on what Bucky was picking up. Like, I know that's
Right,
a
the
weird
little,
ways to
little
phrase that,
vibranium
but
balls. Like,
Yeah.
I literally, yeah, did not pick up on that. Those were the vibranium balls. That those were their little beads or whatever.
mhm.
And so when that reveal happens, I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. And it took me all of 5 seconds to break down and be really sad in a way, because this is going to be our first return to Wakanda. And it's going to be our first return to that world and those characters.
Yeah.
And you know that Chadwick isn't there for that.
Right.
Your cam froze, by
And
the way.
so it's going to be it's very I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared to deal with this yet.
Yeah, right. That's
I
true.
really
Yeah.
thought that this would be dealt with, and maybe it still won't be. Maybe the plans for this don't involve him, and so maybe it won't be.
Dude, what if he
But
shows
it's
up though? What if he shot something for this? There was speculation that
God.
maybe he did. Like, that'd be,
I,
that could be deep, man.
it would, yeah, it would be amazing. It would also be really just,
It'd be
you know,
both
that's
great
where
and hard.
that's
yeah.
where yeah, that's where the real world bleeds into these shows, and like, just I don't know how that would play for me. I'm sure I'd love it. Obviously, I would give anything to see him play that character again. So
Yeah.
I'll be happy, but it will be very bittersweet if that's the case.
Rick, you're sitting so still. It looked
Oh,
like
you thought I
your
was
camera.
frozen?
It looked like your camera froze.
No. I'm just good at sitting still.
I got one scene I got to call out too, real quick,
Oh yeah,
because
this
I think we can all agree that this was a great scene
Captain Ears there.
when he gets when John Walker gets spat on.
Oh god, yeah.
Alright.
It's so symbolic. I mean,
I
when he's
love it.
just like, "Do you know who
Yeah.
I am?"
Oh, that's the
Shut
thing.
up.
They keep doing like. There was another scene I can't remember what it was, but they just do like the scene at the end, I think, of the last episode where it's just like, "Stay out of my way" or whatever.
That
Like,
was so
it's
cheesy.
it's these stupid stereotypical lines that like they're just making them out to be like
A jerk.
it too on the nose with it. I think, you know what I mean, because I think like because they're doing that, then he's gonna end up just being a good guy the whole time, and he maybe just dies a hero, like he's just trying to do the right thing.
I could
'Cause-
totally see that happening.
yeah, because you would think that subvert your expectations, right? That's what it is. But you would think that if he was the bad guy, he would have like fucked that dude up. You know what I mean? Because if you spit in the Punisher's face,
You're gonna die.
you're gonna lose your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so like I could very well see that like he lost his shit for a minute, but I could very well see them actually not doing the whole U.S. agent thing with him being like pretty much a freaking Nazi kind of guy. You know?
Look at that look of defeat.
He really does look more sad than
Yeah, just like-
mad. He really does. But yeah, I'm sure Bucky and Sam would have had some great things to say about finding out that he got spit on.
Right.
Like,
Dude, I do not like, what's the other guy's name?
Battlestar.
Not a fan.
Well, it was funny. Interestingly enough, they used to call him. This was back in the day in the comics when they introduced the character Battlestar. He used to be called Buck, in reference to Bucky, but they stopped doing that because they found out, like ignorantly, that Buck was an old like slave term. So they realized it wasn't a good idea to have the black sidekick guy being
Yeah.
called Buck, which
Yeah.
I like just found that out the other day. I was just like,
Especially in today's culture.
yeah.
World.
So then they switched it to Battlestar. It's like
Galactica.
Battlestar might suck, but it's a little bit better of a name than Buck. Like,
They just seem so
Yeah.
overly confident as characters, and for what reason?
well, to be fair though, he is supposed to be like a badass soldier dude. I mean, you saw him whipping around the shield and stuff. Like he can do that, which I still don't really buy that. But I mean, he's got like 3 Medal of Honors or some shit. He's
Yeah.
some like very well decorated soldier. Like he's supposed to be a badass dude.
Like an all-American hero.
Yeah, like it's a good guy. It's literally the kind of guy that like Tommy Lee Jones's character would have been like, "You're getting the serum." Like that would have been his volunteer from you know what I mean, when they
Yeah.
were picking the recruits for the super soldier serum. Like that'd be the guy. Like they'd pick him. Like he's that kind of guy. So But yeah, I don't know. The Wakanda stuff will be interesting because, like you said, it would be very bittersweet to where I think everybody would love to be able to see Chadwick in the role one more time, but it also would be like maybe it would be better just to like if we could just not,
Yeah.
like maybe like it'd be. I'm kind of leaning towards it'd be really cool, and I'd like to see him one more time, but at the same time, it might make it that much more harder going forward. Like, I don't know. It's definitely it's an interesting thing to see if they actually if they did shoot it, if they decide to keep it in or not, I think is actually a more like interesting question. Like, had they shot some quick thing with Chadwick, does it stay in the show?
Right.
Because if it's not needed, like if it's just like a real quick kind of like the imagine it being the scene in Infinity War when they take Bruce Banner and like them get out of the ship and like Rhodey tricks him into bowing. If it's like a scene like that, like do they keep that in or just cut it out? Just as like just to not just to move on a little bit and not make it so sensitive. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Because I don't know which way I would lean, honestly. I don't know if it's like, well, I'd like to see it, but I don't know if you'd want to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way. Yeah, that's the thing, like I said up top too. I don't like the show is just kind of straightforward, so I don't really know. I don't really have any theories or like I'm not theory crafting this show like WandaVision.
Yeah.
I'm just watching it, so I don't
It's
really
just-
have any idea. I mean, I know what's gonna happen next. They set it up, like and I like that. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like I like that. Like I know where it's going. The I will say the Wakandan showing up, that wasn't expected. It's not like I knew that was gonna happen, but like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
It
like
does make sense.
they're like, "What are you doing? Like that dude, you just got the dude out. You're working with the dude after everything we did for you and Wakanda and all that shit. You're gonna break this dude out who killed T'Chaka? Like, what are you doing?" Like, so it makes total sense that they showed up. I didn't think they would have that happen so quickly. Because like they just broke him out, and like Wakanda's already like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
But I think that's gonna honestly blow over and not be like a big thing because I think they trust Bucky. In all
Yeah.
White
honesty.
Wolf.
Yeah,
White
like
Wolf.
I think they trust him, so they're gonna be like, just make sure he gets locked up. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like I think that's really all it's gonna be. I don't know. You guys got any like theories or anything like that? Because like I said,
I really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't either. I was pretty blown away by that ending, so I'm still kind of reconciling that.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good ending. I liked it.
Yeah.
Like it was nice. So,
Unexpected.
for sure. Well, we'll call it here then, boys. So it's getting late. So Rick, where can everybody find you online, good sir?
You can follow me on Instagram at Sir Rick Metz. Come look at my stupid pictures. Follow me. Slide into my DMs or something.
All right,
Yeah.
John, where can everybody find where can everybody find you?
Hard to follow that up. I'm on Instagram and Twitter over at Nightwing_K. This week, I don't know what happened this week. I fell out of social media for a week for some reason, but I should be back to getting stuff up next week pretty regular.
You're just like me then, but the opposite because I'm like never on there.
You're never on.
Like I'm never on.
I've
there.
seen you active on there like twice, and I was like, what?
Dude, I got on Facebook for the first time in forever. Because if something gets posted to Facebook, it's because I posted it on Instagram and I can just click a button and it posts it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm never on Facebook, but I got on Facebook for the first time the other day because I've been on a hunt for a in Justice League Superman hot toy. So I got desperate and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see if someone's selling one on Facebook, and there was, and unfortunately, it was sold before I could get to it. As
Damn.
is life. So that's pretty much it. You can follow me though, maybe if I'm on there, but you can follow me at Sir Rob Bifo, simply there. Don't forget again, off the top of or not off the top, this is at the end. You can submit topics and questions to this very show just by emailing us here at honestanduneducated@gmail.com. That's honestanduneducated@gmail.com. Stay tuned for Wednesday. I'm going to be doing the review of the Hot Toys Thor Ragnarok Gladiator Hulk. He's a big boy figure. You're going to get a big review. Actually, I don't know if it'll be a big review because even though he's a very large figure, he's pretty straightforward, doesn't really come with a bunch of stuff, so it's probably not gonna really be that long of a review, thankfully. I try to keep these things in, like, 20 minutes, but sometimes I just fucking ramble on like I am right now, so but then, every Friday we do streams, so come hang out with us there. We talk, our first thoughts on, Falcon and Winter Soldier. We'll do a spoiler discussion of that there. We talked to Godzilla vs Kong this week, 'cause that was the same out too, so come hang out there every Friday around 8:30 PM, but, that'll do it for us today, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that sorts of fun stuff, but then until next time, take care.